Well, I guess while we got the camera rolling, it is July 8th, 2018. We're here at Alfano's Pizzeria, an Italian restaurant. Little does anybody know we're here at Alfano's because this was a world-famous heroin bust back in the 1980s. This was the operation being run out of the Sicilian mob. The top mafia head back in 1974 when they started shipping heroin out of here. His name was Gaetano Badalamente. His nephew was Pietr Alfano. This restaurant was owned by the nephew of the head of the Sicilian mob back in 1974. They got busted in 1985, and it was called the Pizza Connection. People would come from Chicago and pick up a box of pizza, and inside the pizza box was their heroin supply. So we're here in Oregon, Illinois. The population is something like 3,000. Very low key, and that's where the literally the head of the Sicilian mob set up a heroin dealership, which included the mafia families in New Jersey, Brooklin, Milan, Italy, connections, money laundering through Switzerland, of course Italy, and Spain. I used to go to church with the FBI, one of the FBI agents that investigated it. And his partner used to come into my video store in the 1980s while they were investigating. They didn't tell me anything, but when they were gone, they told me that they had been in Spain, Barcelona, or here different places. They were two of the honest FBI guys that busted a $1.6 billion heroin operation that was run out of Sicily, and the New Jersey mob, which was supplying all the heroin to Chicago. When they got busted, it was called the Pizza Connection. The two good FBI agents that busted them, one of them was a friend of mine from church, another one was a friend of mine from my video store. Like I say, I know they were honest because the one FBI guy got shot in the face, and the police deputy chief of Rockford was told by the feds to destroy all the mob information and files back in the early 90s. That police chief deputy then became Winnebago County Sheriff's deputy, next in line, and his son became the U.S. Attorney. At the same time that the Illinois Attorney General was renting space from the mob-connected people in Rockford, who were also connected to what became known as the Family Plots bust by the FBI back in 2004, I believe it was. There's a lot of mob activity going on in northern Illinois, Rockford in particular. The Rockford gatekeepers, they are the ones that control what's going on as far as who's shipping in the heroin, the cocaine. I just found out in the past year that my Mormon banker's attorney and Mormon bishop was running cocaine laundering out of Amcor Bank. This is the man who has targeted me for 40 years. His name is Jack Ward. His father-in-law is next in line to lead the Mormon church. His name is Dallin Oaks. Dallin Oaks was a former Chicago Daily Machine prosecutor, Cook County prosecutor, at the same time that David M. Kennedy, my Chicago Mormon leader in the Chicago stake, was laundering money for the same operation. He was the chairman of Continental Bank. When he was in partnership with the Vatican Bank, they were also part of this whole heroin, cocaine laundering operation. So my Mormon bishop was Jack Ward. He had a money laundering outfit going with the Systematics cocaine money laundering program from the Bush-Clinton CIA cartel, which has been running the heroin and cocaine in northern Illinois in America since 1959, when George Herbert Walker Bush put together the Mormon Mafia. And the Mormon Mafia is the best kept secret in America, and it's slowly been exposed, but they had connections also to the John F. Kennedy assassination and the Watergate break-in. So anyway, enough for now. I'm going to sign off. Again, we're at Alfanos Pizza in Oregon, Illinois, the site of the Pizza Connection bust back in 1985, when this was part of $1.6 billion heroin network being run out of Italy by the top Sicilian mobster Gaetano Badalamenti. Alfanos was owned by his nephew Pete Alfano. All right, closing down.